Hello, welcome back to the channel yet again. So, after that last little adventure out, where we've now got a brand new PB on the Troopy, we're at 14,219 at 93 and a bit mile an hour. What else can we do? We'll try and make it go faster. We really need that 13-second Troopy. So, due to how much is spent getting it back on the road, I got to do this as cheap as possible. And the only way to make a car go faster cheaply is lose weight. So there's a few things that I've looked back at when I'm watching my video, and I've gone, the suspension wasn't moving again. So I'm guessing all my springs are rusted together. So one will be pull the spring packs apart and lube them up a bit better. Last time I just put WD-40 between them all. This time I might put a bit of grease in there, but let's try and reduce how many leaves we've got in these spring packs and just make it a bit softer so we can get some weight transfer. Other than that, spring packs out, that's less weight. Now pull the front fuel tank out, that's also less weight. Because I'm only running on the sub tank, smaller tank, less weight, why not? So, leaves out, sub tank out, I might get 15, 20 kilos out of it. Maybe a bit more with any luck. The big thing I'd get weight out of is pulling the front diff center, third member, inner axles, that out. But to do that, that's where money comes back in. Because then I've got to buy all the hub seal kit and all the rest of it, because you've got to pull all the hubs apart to get to the inner axles out to get the diff center out. As you would well know. So, we're going to try and achieve this. So to get from a 14.2 to a 13, we need to lose 100 kilos. I'm 100 kilos in a little bit, but I can't not drive the car. So that's not going to help us. So, let's talk racing weights. So if you're talking drag racing, this here is currently as it sits, 1,940-ish kilos, give or take. So 1,940 kilogram Troopy, as you see it. In that, with me in the car, we are at 4,520 pounds. That's a heavy car to run down the drag strip. To get to a 13, we need to be 4,300 pounds. That's gonna take some work. So, let's get a crack at it. We'll start with suspension. Actually, we might start with the fuel tank, and then the suspension, and see if we can get all that done in this video. And then if I can find some parts to do the hub seals, I may have some. They may have come with the car when I got it all. I'll have to dig through and see what I got. If not, it'll just be back end first, and then maybe next time I'll attack the front. Alright, let's get started. So, what I've done is I've already pulled the little clamps off the leading edge of these. So they were clamped on here. I had 3 clamps on each side. Just a couple of bits of plate sandwiching it. So I want to try and come down to 4 leaves. I'm going to try and pull 2 out of the back. I don't know how I'm going to go get any out of the front. First up is drive shaft out, exhaust out from the headers back, front fuel tank out, exhaust and drive shaft back in, back fuel tank out, and then if I get time we'll go to the springs after that. Now that's missing. I don't know where that went. I don't think I need it anyway. It's all good. I'll probably lose that spring. I'll probably lose, I've got to keep the top 2. I might try and lose these 2. I think these 2 springs if they go, because that'll be like a little helper. Yeah, we might try that. See how it looks. Alrighty, let's get crack-a-lackin'. It's not going to do it itself. So I have a bit of a dilemma. the back of the flange won't come over this cross member. Seems with this stupid ass H pipe in, which is useless and I don't like it. I'm just gonna forget to change it to the next pipe in time. But it's just to try and do what we could while we got this lovely transfer case in here. One day we might change it, but for now, it's all about getting this out. And I don't know if we're gonna have enough real estate. If I try and drop it now, if we're gonna get it out, or if it's just gonna end up a nightmare and I'm gonna make the situation worse for myself. Because, yeah, like it's tight. It's questionable. We might. I don't know. I don't think we will. I think I have to put the drive shaft back in, reverse it up on ramps, and have another go. And then I'll pull the drive shaft back out. So that's just fun. Alright, I guess that's my only choice though, isn't it? Sorry to any headphone users. Well, I'm going to let you listen with this exhaust off. Let's put some shocks under this and get back under there. I think I got some in the caravan. Don't know where they've gone. There's some blocks of wood under the front anyway. Handbrake's on. It's out of gear because I pulled the tail shaft back out. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. She's definitely high now. It's 3 meters up there. Let's see if we can tie enough to get this exhaust off and then the fuel tank out now. Alright, back at it. Alright, so we've got drive shaft in, exhaust back in, huge hole under here now. I'll put the next pipe in eventually when we get around to it. But these little flanges here, they were not fun to get right. Do them back up. But they're done. It's all back in. So I was just having a look at the back tank. I thought I better see. I started draining it. I went, well, wonder if it's... I think it's this one. I don't know for certain. I wonder if it's this plug or if it's the actual sender that's not working. Then I saw this other one here that looks exactly the same. So does it go there or does it go there? Like, which one is it? Alright, so I just tried the power probe in the both of these and no avail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jam this little thing into this one and we'll go turn the key on and see what it does. What we need to do is have action. Where do we have action? Oh, look at that, we got action. Right, so we know it's definitely the sender unit. Wiring is all good. Alright, let's go make it work. How good's that? We can actually have a fuel tank that works hopefully by the end of today. Righto, so got him up on some blocks and I'm just going to rip off. I just knocked off the bottom of 2 of the studs under here because they were really long on the U-bolts. I'm going to undo the bottom of this bracket, take the U-bolts off, then undo the bottom bolt, spring pack hook a boing, and jack this up, put a stand under there to hold the diff in place, the rear axle in place, so I can pull the bolt out of there, the centering bolt, because it's too long and I need to go get some shorter ones. Alright, let's get cracking. I wish I knew more about springs than I do, because I don't know what to do. We got the 2 that are in here. We got the 3 that I took out. I've picked these two, so we'll go back to 4 from 6, but 2 of them will be smaller than the old ones. So hopefully, ideally I only want 3, but I just don't know how it's going to sit. It's just, I don't know. Like, I know it's a job to pull them off, put them back on again. All the mumbo jumbo that goes with it. But, obviously back to front. I think that's what I'm going to do. And that way I've got a little bit of distance. It's a dilemma. Okay, alright. Time to make some decisions. I need to go get some grease and put some grease between these before I put anything together, because they were rusted up again and the WD-40 just wasn't cutting the mustard anymore, so I'll go get some and wedge it in there. Alright, so got me a little tub of grease. And I was going to try and just use a bit of something to poke it in there, but I thought it's just not going to spread real well. So we'll start with a screwdriver. I know this is going to squidge out the sides and I'm going to have to clean it, but I should only have to clean it a couple of times. Oh, now we've got to make the decision, fellas, fillets. Do we do 2 or 4? I think we're just going to have to go 4 to start with. It's 2 less than we had. And I can get a good lathering of grease on it at least before I put it in. It's here on the ground. I think there's more grease in here than people put on their bearings. I know, but if you remember how I packed those back ones when I pulled them apart, oh my gosh, they were loaded. Anyone that's new to the channel, thanks for jumping in, watching. It's a bit of an adventure we're on. This quest for a 13-second Troopy, we're all on it. And we'll see how we go. Like, these are the things we need to do. We need to get the back end suspension working. We need to reduce some weight. And between the 2 of those, hopefully it's enough to get us there. It's going to be a bit of a tall order. I reckon she's going to be a tall order. 13. I know, I'm only chasing the 13, 9, I don't care. But if I can repeat it more than once, it's a 13-second Troopy. Once off only, I wouldn't classify, like, bragging rights, I've got a 113, but I don't know. It's got to be repeatable. If it ain't repeatable, I don't know. I only got the 14.2 once, but then I just had troubles with traction and bouncing, and that's why we're here. That's what we're doing now. Fighting the next battle. Oh. Oh. Okay. Got to make sure we get these the same. The short one's got a center hole. The long one's an offset. I think I put the offset to the front. Or do we put the offset to the rear? See, once again, if I was a guy that knew about springs, I'd know what to do. But anyways, let's just whack it on, put a nut on it, and we'll go from there. Oh no, she's back on the ground. Look at that. Alrighty. So I've just chucked in a little bit of fuel I drained out. So I had about, I reckon it would have been lucky to be 10 litres in it. So I've got a tape measure. Okay. From the ground. So the front tyres are slightly taller than the rear, but we'll just go with that. So that's 905. And the back is, oh my gosh. That's close enough to 905 on both sides, on both front and rear. What's your standard height on a Troopy? Like, what's this side? Oh, we're a little bit taller on this side. That's 915. And then how about the back one? You see, that's 915, so a 10mm higher on the passenger than the driver. That's odd. I haven't got any, I think I even put the helper under the, yeah I did, I put the little helper under that one. So that's under the driver's already, a little helper spring under there, just to bring it back to the norm. Alright, so how do I do this fuel run? So let's take the old girl for a bit of a strap. We'll see if the back end feels any squishier, because that's what we need. And righto, so yeah, we're off. Perfect, seatbelt on. Righto, we're off. So it is pretty good at the moment. We'll see how we go down the road. Feels nice. It's actually quite smooth now. I remember when I first got it, it was like freaking bouncy. I was like, I was just riding on a brick. But hopefully we can get some squat. I can't give it too much of a boot full because I'm very limited on fuel. I think I put in about 8 or 9 litres. That's all I got in the tank. And I've got to do a couple of schools and yeah, a couple of schools on the way. So we'll just see how we go. Alrighty, pause it for a second and then we'll come back in if I can give it a boot or something. Alright, let's see what she does at full on, see if it squats. Oh yeah, it squats. That's so good. You can feel it with this. Righto, back from our little drive. Feels like it's going to be good. Like it didn't feel like it had any shudder in the when I gave it a bootful or anything. So I've got the little clamps. They're going to stay in the car. I'll take them with me when we go to the drags next. I'll go the first run and see how it goes. So I haven't run it over the scales. I'll make sure I do that before we go to the drags. I would love to get a leaf out of the front ones of each, but I'm just not going to have time. Yeah, I just don't have time. This weekend I got to watch TV because there's sports on that I want to watch. Anyways, that's how she looks now. I think that's where we're going to leave it for the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the drags next week. So what I have available are these SupaTroopsta shirts with Aussie Doug on the front. If you'd like one, I will have a pinned comment with a link to my Instagram and Facebook pages. Shoot me a message on there. Hit that notification bell. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.